Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Universal Monsters Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives #1. This is a new book from Image Skybound, continuing on this Universal Monsters line of books. We started with Dracula, so this specific issue is written by Dan Waters and Ram B, with art by Matthew Roberts, colors by Dave Stewart, letters by DC Hopkins. And let me tell you, I am very excited to finally get into this one. Uh, this was one of the books that I was asking for from the beginning when the Universal Monsters line started over at Image Skybound. So I'm very glad to not only see this book, but the creative team behind it is amazing. Dan Waters and Ramby are just doing some really cool stuff, whether it's over at the big two, or in their own independent stuff. Even at Image, they have a book that kind of goes hand in hand. So they each have their own book. Uh, I think it's called the six finger. I think one of them is called. We have reviews for that in the channel, so go check it out. But yeah, very excited for this one. So let me give you a quick synopsis, and then we'll talk more about this first issue. Acclaimed creators Dan Waters and Ram V, along with Matthew Roberts, rise from the depths for an all new epic. Years after the events of the original film, journalist Kate Marson hunts a notorious serial killer in the heart of the Amazon. Hot on the trail of this madman, she soon encounters an unexpected new threat. But is it friend or foe, or is it simply the creature from the Black Lagoon? Now, I will say this: I I don't think I've ever seen the original film, but that was not a deterrent for me to get into this book. If anything, it was just more encouragement to like dive deeper into this franchise. I think that Dan Waters and Ram V are telling a very compelling story from really the point of view of this protagonist that we're meeting. Right, we're seeing everything through Kate's point of view, and then the way they sprinkle in a little bit of the lore, the world building, even just the setting, and of course when we get glimpses of the creature, like they do that all very well, right? Of course, all that is along with the help of Matthew Roberts and Dave Stewart on the art. So let's pull up some of the preview pages for this issue. As you can see here, I love that we start with this um, this layout of somebody being drowned and choked, and we get to see who that is. We get to see that that is Kate having nightmares, and Kate is a very troubled individual. Not only do we have the kind of disheveled look right off the bat, the nightmares, the prescription that's empty, like all those little details. They're just very subtle ways to tell a story. We get this flashback to her producer or her editor, not like wanting her to pursue the story. So we know that there's something there. We know that there's a little bit of trauma. And then we get this like just really picturesque, like amazing shot. I love how we get introduced to the setting. We're obviously in a part of the jungle. We also see here the little market, and of course, Kate a little out of place, and then just the little hints at the creature here. Of course, the locals would probably, I'm not gonna say believe, but definitely be interested in something like the creature and talking, and kind of using that as a selling tool for the tourists and stuff, right? Building the mythology of the creature that maybe haunts their land. So this was a very fun debut issue. I think that this is one, like, I just really love these type of books. I love that Skybound is doing like some really cool stuff with a lot of the franchises, right? Whether it's the Universal Monsters, the Energon stuff with Transformers and GI Joe, like they're just kind of nailing these adaptations. They're getting some really interesting creatives to work on them. So I'm very excited to see where this is going to go. Like I said, probably at the end of the series, I'll go back and watch the original film, as this is supposed to be a continuation of that. Also, will they be building a larger universal connected world? Who knows? I'm thinking yes, because it is comic books, but I'm probably thinking that seems to be very far off into the future. So for now, I'll just continue to enjoy the monthly books and hope that we get a really cool series. And another cool announcement after this. I think this was announced right as Dracula was wrapping up, so they definitely want to keep that momentum going. And I highly recommend you check this out, especially if you're a fan of the Universal monsters. I think you're really gonna dig this. It feels definitely updated, a little more contemporary, but also, like I said, I think it captures the essence of like some of those old Universal monster films. So if you have read this book, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Let me know which variant cover you picked out. We have a few at the end of the issue. Stay tuned for that. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.